And then also put in your calendars, Sunday the 15th of February, because it's going to be it's a very special day for us. It's a defining moment for us. We're going to be presenting the blueprint of all that God has done in us over this last year's journey with Sean Morris through a process of kind of drawing out the seeds and the mission, the mandate, the core values, the vision, the strategic priorities for this next, years ahead. We've been on a journey for a year now. And on the 15th, which is 2 weeks' time, we're going to be presenting that to all of you. You'll receive a booklet, but we're going to be bringing all the details to you. So bring people with you to hear the heart of what God has been doing. This church has been around for 150 years. Other than the mission, I think it's one of the top, I think other than the mission, it's the next longest standing institution in Santa Barbara, where churches kind of start and then they finish. This has continued for 150 years. And so the journey we've been on has been to pull out from each person's heart of the members who've really committed here all the seeds of what God has imparted into us and implanted into us for the next 150 years, for this body, for the city of Santa Barbara. So there's probably no coincidence that you are sitting here today, if you're here for the first time, because this time last year, we were in a real season of transition, weren't we? And now here we are today, and you're here as we are stepping in to a momentum for this next 150 years. So bring people with you. It's going to be amazing, and no doubt Pastor Bob will want to add more to that. So come on.
So I've been in relationship with this church since 1995 when I began to work for the American Baptist denomination running a Christian retreat camp up on the hill there, Michelle and I, when we were newly married. And it's been really, really an incredible journey to watch this community mature and change and grow. And we actually started coming here about 16 years ago because we were always on the mountain and we were in Africa. We were on a lot of different mission assignments. And the Lord just brought us back to like our roots and our home and here. And the one thing that we were needing at that time was a place of stability. It was almost like kids go out in the world. I don't know if some of you have launched, some of your adults, and they sometimes boomerang back at different moments when things are kind of rocky or they're just in a transition, and you get welcomed back. So we got welcomed into this church family, and we just sat for a long time, just sort of receiving, and that's one of the gifts that this church has been to us and to many people. It's like an oasis from a lot of things that buffet our lives, and they come and y'all sit and y'all receive, and some stay, but then some are sent out. And the one thing that I want to sort of land on here is about identity and about how the identity of an individual, the identity of even a marriage, how that relationship unfolds, goes through different transitional moments. And I know our marriage has. I see it all the time. And in these transitional moments, sometimes there's this piece about the identity. And a lot of people would come here over the years, the 16 years that I was intimately here, and it was this sense of family, but there was a lack of definition, in a sense. Like if you go to a Catholic church anywhere on the planet, you go, this is a Catholic church. If you go to a Calvary Chapel church, pretty much anywhere, we're in a Calvary Chapel. And there's these defining things that different movements and different churches have as this is who we are. And for a few years when I was here, people say, well, what kind of church is it? I'm like, I'm not really sure. It's an awesome church. It's a beautiful church. It's a warm church. It feels like love. And those are our core parts of our identity. But as as we have been moving into this year and realizing that God wanted to really kind of bring forward an identity reformation. And that's what we've been in, is a reformation. And going into, as Jill said, what are our core values? What is really important to us? And on this journey with the consultant, Sean and Trudy Morris, kind of drawing that out of each of our hearts. It's like, God, what did you put in our hearts? Like, why are you here? Why are we here together? What defines us? And so it's been very much about that, about an identity kind of discovery, and definitely a transitional year, and definitely a transformative year. And this year, this celebration on the 15th of February is really celebrating a year-long exploration of really going deep into all these fibers, these foundations of not only our faith, but who are we, and what has God called us to together to impact out there. And it's been powerful, it's been hard, it's been, lots of tears, lots of laughter. And so I just want to encourage you and invite all of you. It's like we're sharing the culmination of this year-long journey, and to kind of inaugurate a new season. It's, again, kind of like when for those of you who are married, if you've been in a season and you kind of go through this, like, I'm kind of in a desert, or I'm not quite sure where this thing is going or who we are together. And then at the end of it, as God has brought us through, and as he's kind of pulled out and removed and kind of filtered out some of the things that's not who we are, but this is who we are. And so anyway, I'm super excited and want to invite you all, because if you're kind of new here and well, who are you? What's your vision? That's the kind of number one question I get asked a lot with people that come in. It's like, what's your vision? And vision's great, but it's more about who you are. Because vision's going to flow out of who you know yourself to be, and who you are in context with that relationship with God. So it's been a defining time for us, and a really exciting time. And so come and hang out with us on the 15th, and join us on a new journey and a new leg of our time as a church in this town, as a light on the hill. And we're really, really excited.